Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it.
Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Woo! Already sloppy? Damn. Can it be 24 hours at least before they start with the lying, the cheating? Damn, we can't even go 24 hours, can we, sloppy? Oh, well, here we are, y'all. Hit the like button up. It's your boy Carcino in here. Hit the like button coming through the door so they can know you're a real person and not a bot. Yeah, that's a shot at you, Sloppy. That's a shot at the Sloppy man. Now, Sloppy is at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, the man don't know how to quit. Spotify is once again caught lying for the Sloppy man. Champagne Sloppy and his streams. So they came out and made up lies about Champagne Sloppy streams to try to make it sound like it was bigger than what it actually was. And making him the #1 streamed artist of 2026. He is back. Even though it's off the back of Kendrick Lamar, he should send Kendrick a check, because if it wasn't for Kendrick, we wouldn't even have checked him out. But in truly sloppy fashion, he drops 3 mediocre albums. Well, let me rephrase that. 2 shitty albums and 1 mediocre album. And because he's done that, he's pretty much have stopped everyone from believing anything that he had to say. And people have responded in a way that they didn't even expect. Now, it first got crazy because people was like, oh, wait a minute. They said, what? Drake is the what? He's the most streamed artist, has the most sales. What? So again, they've done this in the past, where they over promote Drake and they had to pay out a lawsuit to people because of this. They lost a lawsuit that was filed against them for overselling Drake to people who pay to have their own private thing on Spotify. And they were like, whoa. We're paid premium members. Why are you pushing us Drake? You're advertising. We paid for no advertisement. And they were, oh, we're sorry. No, we just was putting it out there. They had Drake on every playlist. Said that it was a technical error. It seemed to be a technical error when it comes to promoting for Drake. So, yeah, his hand over his face is a prime example of what he just put everybody through. So the narrative started to change once again because Champagne Sloppy put out these sloppy projects, have just clumsy, cluster, right? He is independent now. Good. Let him be independent. I don't care if he was independent, suspended, represented. Get him out of here. I care about the music. And if you're not going to put forth the music, then hey. Then they said Drake is on pace to sell 520 copies in the first week, to go gold in the first week. Don't care. Nobody really cares about that number except for Spotify. right? They come right out, pumping it. People was talking about Drake is on pace to sell 520 copies in his first week, calling him the most streamed artist of 2026. And everybody, like Drake fans, would see, we're back. Yeah, that's going to be great first week sales. Let's see about second week, third week. So when Spotify made the announcement on Instagram, and he's like, on May 15th, Drake became Spotify's most streamed artist of 2026 in a single day. Iceman became the most streamed album of 2026 in a single day, and Make Them Cry became the most streamed song in a single day in 2026 so far. Notice they focus on 2026 because you put that up against Not Like Us. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So now they put that out. They made that statement. Once again, Spotify really pushing that narrative. But there's a boy band called BTS, a Korean band, and the fans were not happy when they heard that. Not to mention these Koreans, BTS, this boy band right here, BTS. Do you know that boy band right there? In Korea, it's the K-pop largest selling artist. They are responsible for a lot of money going to Spotify. Yes, they're the Koreans NSYNC. And the K-pop community came out in droves. And they said, oh, no, you're not. No, you're not going to tell this lie to the American public. So they came out and proved it by showing the numbers. You can't see it because my Cash App banner right there that says Cash App Carcino. Now, but they said Drake did 13 million, 22,000, whatever streams. They did 14 million. They song Swim far outdid Made Them Cry. Yeah. So, once again, they did 14,600,000. They outdid Drake by over 1 million. So how could they make such an egregious mistake? Let me take myself out of the picture here. Look at that. Now, how do you make that mistake? If you are somebody that's in the building, unless you're paid to play and play the promotional Drake fake game, and you want to talk about bots, it's the same system you were suing against. They keep promoting you like they did the first time when you lost the lawsuit. It's like, dude, you're the one getting botted. So Spotify came out with an apology for what happened. They actually apologized. Let's look at what happened here. Once again, Spotify demonstrates their bias they have for Western artists that pay certain Spotify benefits. They will always be corrupt. That is correct. Spotify confirms the streams for two different album tracks were mistakenly combined during a manual review, leading to the song having the biggest debut album, meaning that they made a mistake and was combining two Drake songs together because they were confused with the Make 'Em Cry, Make 'Em Pay, Make 'Em Remember. So they claim they got confused and was combining two different album songs and mistakenly combined them during a manual review. So that's what they're saying that happened. Haiti is in the building. What's up? So as you can see, they're trying to cover up the screw up. See, when you get caught screwing up and then you want to try to come and correct it, you just make things worse. Now, here's the problem that makes it bad is the Korean people came out. What's up? I remember for 6 months. What's Drake's plane is? Because the YouTuber, What's the Dirt, acts like he got an ace on the game that they didn't show it. Well, What's the Dirt is paid by Drake and everybody. He's a Drake glazer, and that's all he is. And once he got exposed for that, and I was talking to him back in the chat, and I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, dude, you used to stand for integrity, then you got bought out. And I'm like, well, there you go. Integrity gone. Now you just a Drake guy. Now you got like Happy Dad in the background. So I already know what time it is. So yeah, exactly. Now I'm going to show you the Korean population was on their head. So right now you see right here it says, it's weird that I don't remember y'all posting anything to acknowledge the song that actually had the biggest streaming debut of 2026. Since you have now confused the issue, seems like it's time that you should correct that, right? It's time for you to do that. You didn't even promote BTS Swim when they was the largest streaming song of the year, but you do it for Drake. Nobody you know is bumping K-pop, but K-pop is huge here in the United States of America. If you had kids, you would know that. These kids today, they not listening to this rap stuff. They listening to K-pop. We talking black kids. Black kids, white kids, Hispanic kids, they be listening to K-pop. They be listening to all that stuff. No, it is not what you think. Man, you gotta expand your mind a little bit, or at least look around you, because I don't know where you've been. Demon Hunters, best-selling movie of 2026. He said, I've never heard of that stuff in my life. You've been in the house too much. He's like, they even got K-pop on cereal boxes now. I'm telling you, that's what the music has went over there now. Because that's how far off they've been going with rap that people ain't even listening to that no more. Spotify. Spotify just lost their credibility in one swoop. And everybody saw it happen. So it ain't just, oh man, you picking on Drake. There you go again, finding something to go at Drake with. It ain't about that. So once again, the people that's right there, the people that put the money in their pockets, the Koreans that stepped up again and said, wait a minute now, in 2026, the era of AI, big data, and billions in revenue, Spotify is still out here doing manual reviews on record-breaking drops. That's not a review process. That's a high school intern with a calculator and zero quality control. Who's doing manual reviews? So that's crazy. They coming at Spotify hard. Yeah, it is, because they've been doing this. It's crazy. They're glazing. They can tell they are paid in bulk. The way they do this is paid in bulk. That's why when he put them in the lawsuit, I was like, dude, you got to be crazy. These people have been covering for you for years. They didn't play a whole lawsuit out because of you. But when you arrogant and narcissistic like Drake, this is what the problem's gonna be. Yeah, he mentioned them in their lawsuit. Drake did. Remember, he called them Spotify. Ooh, okay. Well, I got to see what you look like, Shay. So I can say the same compliments, but thank you. He has put eyes on Spotify. No, they said Spotify after he was talking about Kendrick Lamar, but that's what I told you. When people are narcissistic and they think everything's supposed to go towards them, they don't even see how it's hypocritical, everything they're talking about. Yeah, so when they put that message out, nobody was buying it. Everybody's like, oh, they foolish. They looked at them and said they was full of it. The initial stream review process was completed manually, resulted in streams from two different album tracks being combined. Drake continues to hold the record for the most streamed artist in a single album in a single day in 2026. We apologize for the error and the implemented updated review procedures to prevent similar issues in the future. What a lie! What a lie. I told you about them. I told you what they were going to do. They have been busted and disgusted and cannot be trusted. Right. And then they talking about Project 3 and Project Bot. People don't even care about this album. Week 2 dropped is going to be crazy how much of a percent of a drop off they're going to have from this week to next week. Kendrick drops without a rollout, any promotion. GNX comes through and crushes this album. You could combine all 3 of those 43 songs. GNX by far crushes all of it. If you don't bring out an album that could be at least in competition or on the same breath as, you didn't even do that. It's only gotten worse. And even Drake fans have come out. Everybody saw this.
BTS record stating that streams from 2 separate albums were mistakenly combined. Get the
There you go. Listen to my man break this down. He can't believe that.
You gonna look me in my face and tell me that y'all gave Drake a record for your fucking platform because you accidentally combined 2 tracks into one from separate albums? That's what you did? That's what happened? And then you went on the platform and posted it? You said that that man broke that record on your platform and you were capping because you combined 2. This proves so many things. Now you got to wonder, how many times has this happened? Because the only reason they took this statement back is because the fans of whoever these guys are got on their ass. It was so much so, I seen it on my timeline, and I've never seen these niggas. It's probably a K-pop band. Maybe I'm asleep. I don't know. But I don't think I've ever seen these niggas before. And you telling me that it took their fan base to pack you up and get on your ass and call out the bullshit for you to take accountability and realize where you rock? You know how long they would have kept running with that. They would have kept running with that narrative, bro. They would have kept saying that that was the truth if so many people didn't get on their ass. This got to make you wonder. Okay? This got to make you wonder. How many times has this happened, bro? How many times has something like this taken place? How many times has songs been combined, have supposedly, for Drake in his catalog? How many records were broken by Drake that was bullshit the whole time? That was actually some manipulation. You had Billboard posting it too? So you telling me these platforms are supposed to have all of this credibility, all of this whatever. They lying for Drake. They lying about the numbers. They making shit up in order to put Drake back in position. Or to make it seem like Drake's back in position. But I'm supposed to sit here, or people supposed to sit here and give credit and credence to numbers information. Are people going to come back to this post and look at what changed? I doubt it. It's
Wow, you see that? Uh-oh, Drake. Hey, the OVO people are coming. Look at them. I told you. I told you when we keep exposing them, here they come. Here they come. Here they come. We've never had these problems like this until Sloppy album dropped. And after that first Iceman review by me, they've been on my head ever since. What I tell you? Yeah, they trying their best. Dog, he done got every hacker in the world right now working. This is diabolical work.
are running around with this information. Are people going to come back to this post and look at what changed? I doubt it. It's already been done. Now, look at Spotify copping, please. Hold on. Spotify has backtracked on its previous streaming claims, which incorrectly overlooked BTS record, stating that streams from 2 separate albums were mistakenly combined. Get the
I told you, we see through the bullshit. They can't do it no more. Stop lying to the public. This is what Kendrick was talking about. All these lies.
You gonna look me in my face and tell me
exposed.
that y'all gave Drake a record for your fucking platform because you accidentally combined 2 tracks into one from separate albums. That's what you did? That's what happened? And then you went on the platform and posted it? You said that man broke that record on your platform and you were capping because you combined 2. This proves so many things.
Yep.
Now you got to wonder, how many times has this happened? Because the only reason they took the statement back is because the fans of whoever these guys are got on their ass. It was so much so, I seen it on my timeline, and I've never seen these niggas. It's probably a K-pop band. Maybe I'm asleep. I don't know. But I don't think I've ever seen these niggas before. And you telling me that it took their fan base to pack you up and get on your ass and call out the bullshit for you to take accountability and realize where you rock? You know how long they would have kept running with that. They would have kept running with that narrative, bro. They would have kept saying that was the truth. If so many people didn't get on their ass. This got to make you wonder. Okay? This got to make you wonder. How many times has this happened, bro? How many times has something like this taken place? How many times has songs been combined, have supposedly, for Drake in his catalog? How many records were broken by Drake that was bullshit the whole time? That was actually some manipulation. You had Billboard posting it too? So you telling me these platforms are supposed to have all of this credibility, all of this whatever. They lying for Drake. They lying about the numbers. They making shit up in order to put Drake back in position. Or to make it seem like Drake's back in position. But I'm supposed to sit here, or people supposed to sit here and give credit and credence to numbers and all. That's why this shit don't matter. Is that shit fire or not? It's been one day, bro. It's been one day, bro. It's been one day. Spotify has multiple times under the microscope been aiding Drake, pushing Drake in a certain direction, doing these certain things for Drake, bro. That literally manipulate and damage the game and damage the perception of streams and all this shit in general.
Exactly. So what he's telling you, because y'all don't want to hear it from me, is they're telling you the general consensus of what's going on here. Is that they're playing a game to try to inflate the numbers when, 21 Savage done told you before, the average street person or the average person who buys an album, they don't care about what's number one. Ain't nobody cared about what streams and who streamed this and who streamed that. That's for stands. That's for these Drake stands to say, look, Drake did this, man. Drake did that. He's better than your guy. That's for those fools. And that's what they keep faking the numbers for. Those people don't generate. Nobody go believe anything they saying. Like for 20 people like 21 them, 21 Savage and street dudes, the average common dude, they go by what's going on in the club. What they playing in the club tonight. They go by what's finna play in their car. What's bumping, what's hot. You think Motion Party blew up because that's like less than a 2-minute song. It's a Motion Party, you can hack it in. Right, Motion Party blew up. Why? Because the people out there blowing it up. It became a TikTok song and everything. Man, bitch, love me, chain like a slushy. I was like, hey, man, hey, really like that. Well, I'm like, hey, I heard Motion Party everywhere. Every place I'm going, they got the Motion Party going. It's a Motion Party. You can not get in. I was like, all right, there you go. It's a Motion Party. I was like, all right. I didn't have to go on Apple Music or nothing. So the real average person don't care about that. Motion Party wasn't. Motion Party did this. They don't do any advertisement for it. It just goes to show you that all these people out here is using these Bangladesh bot farming and doing all this music video crap. He said, you see Isaac Hayes Jr. capping for Drake. Who is Isaac Hayes Jr.? These dudes, they're playing a game that don't sit with the consensus. He said that's a rip off of that of Duck song. I don't know who he is. That other person you just mentioned. Well, I was waiting for him to put the name in there to say who he was. But anyway, he capping for Drake. There's probably a lot of people out here capping for Drake or what they think Drake is about. But this is not even really about Drake. Well, I know who Duck is. Well, who he was, rest in peace to him and to his family and stuff. But the overall consensus, no. Well, when you have somebody that keep doing reference tracks, they putting you in different type of an environment that you don't feel is safe for you. Oh hell no! Because see, when you see the people start bodying and they're going through the process, and he still got lawsuits right now with UMG. They were suing Drake for all their legal fees, lawsuits to galore with this dude, man. Last year was all Kendrick. The tour itself, he was just doomed. But he created it and made it a thing, really. But nobody was really mentioning him. People forgot that they dropped an album on Valentine's Day last year, him and Party, about a double album. So he's actually been out. He just was sucking. Nobody cared. Then he got in a lawsuit to sue everybody because he lost. That ain't gonna go over well with people. It's just a lot of real people still ain't dealing with you because of that right there. They was like, nah. Dog, you ran the court because you lost. Well, yeah, Drake had to pay out. I mean, not Drake, but Spotify had to pay out because they put Drake on every doggone playlist. So they had to pay out to those people because they paid for premium, which means no ads and no advertisement. So they were advertising Drake to them. They were like, dude, what are you doing? Those people was mad as hell. They was like, look, dog, and they sued. So they settled with Drake. Well, they settled with them over the overusage and overselling of Drake and said, okay, well, here you are. We're going to give you free this per month and part of their memberships so they can get free stuff. They had to do that because of Drake. All the marketing they were doing. They put Drake on every playlist and said it was a glitch. How come it's always a glitch that's involving Drake? Oh, the people breaking inside of his house. It's just always some foolery when it comes to him. So when you look at it and take it at face value, you'll make yourself look stupid trying to defend him. Right. Nobody was even mentioning that dude, man. That's what I'm saying. Drake is not somebody we were really even covering like that. Like we'll do some on him maybe once or twice. Unless the music was out. He was nothing really of any prominence. Like it was so imperative that we mention him. No, he put himself in that predicament. And when you do, you put yourself in a situation where the public only cares about the music, dog. The whole yeah, it became a very bad day for him because everybody was saying how your numbers was looking funny under the light back then, bro. That's real talk. Oh, it was 100%. And I was like, I was the one that told y'all Drake was trying to mend beefs way back when. Back when Kendrick was there, he was trying to be friends with Kendrick. He was trying to be friends with Future, all them. But Future had the streets. Drake did not. Now, Drake's lawsuit with Spotify is going to look a little shisty to the world due to this. Spotify stream counts. Drake has 13 billion Spotify streams numbers, right? Far more than Ed Sheeran, who has 9, Justin Bieber at 8, The Weeknd at 5, Post Malone at 5, J Balvin, Kendrick Lamar's at 4, almost 5 billion, 4.5 billion. The Chainsmokers is at 5, Ozuna, Rihanna's at 4, almost 5. And you're seeing Drake is at 13 billion, the highest streaming artist on Spotify. How are you going to sue Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. They just trying to mess with the feed, y'all, to knock all y'all off. Talking about it was getting good. Don't worry, it's still good. Oh, we still about to cook. Hold on. Get with it.
Mm-hmm. Hit the like button. The Cash App, Super Chat, all works.
Yeah, they trying their best to sabotage because they don't want all this truth coming out. They got some Timo hackers. We still here.
We just getting started.
Yeah,
Now
I wasn't gonna go as far as
that you bring this up, if this ever goes to court, they're gonna have to review your numbers, and you'll have to explain. Well, why would they do that to you? I mean, do that for another artist, and not do that for you. That would seem like an oxymoron, as it seems like okay, if they're in the business of doing this, what would protect you from this business? And are you willing to say that you got, favorable treatment? Which brings us to Metro and your boy, Drizzy Drake. See, in this scenario, Drizzy, Champagne Sloppy, did one or two things wrong. His ambition, desire, or whatever you want to call it, led him to get desperate. And in desperation, you do desperate things. As stated before, as stated before, if you want to watch what happened between Metro and Drake, you have to go to the Patreon. We have it already done. The Carcino for Life Patreon. So we're not going to go into the full scope of this. Let's just take it from where it is. Okay? Now, from where it is now, you have this. Now, what are the terms when it comes to this? Well, according to the world, Metro put it on blast that it's all about politics when it comes to dealing with Drake. Drake was behind 1.3 billion streams from Heroes and Villains when he put out Her Loss. And at that time, him and Metro were not seen eye to eye, yet they never went public with a spat and still remained cordial until Metro told the world what was going on when Drake got won for Album of the Year, won the Grammy for Album of the Year for Her Loss over Heroes and Villains, when clearly the world has spoken. Metro was doing like 10 million a day in streams, and Drake was like at 4 million when that was out, the albums. And it was not even close. Not even close. Even if you compare the two albums, Heroes and Villains is looked at as probably the best album out of Metro's whole catalog. So what happened? All of a sudden, how did the streaming numbers for Heroes and Villains start to dissipate, and Drake and Her Loss numbers started to go up, started to expand? Well, first of all, they waste their time going on Saturday Night Live. Michael B. Jordan was there, and Drake and 21 Savage came out and did this. You know, this is the biggest project in 21's, life. But that was a bad look. Well, it wasn't a bad look. It's just that that's not the demographic that's going to buy a Drake and 21 Savage album. They're not going to watch Saturday Night Live. Now, it came out with a lot of momentum.
All facts.
But the album quickly, was looked at as subpar from what they expect from, to get out of Drake.
Mid, skip.
Now, we already know the song "Gang It" was recorded by Project Pat and 21 Savage with Metro there, right? So they recorded that song. Drake got on it and called it Knife Talk because he couldn't put that in the title on a Drake album. So that changed the perspectives. It changed everything around and flipped it on top of its head.
And let's get to the source of the beef. The beef is he was mad at Drake because Drake disrespected his mother dying. His mother passed away. And he was like, man, F that, man. Where them beats? I ain't trying to hear that. Knowing how Metro was with his mother, to have that kind of disingenuous response, that's where the beef came from. Everybody know it already. It was never spoken by Metro, but when he says it's personal, it was personal. So Drake know it was him. You know it was him. It's always sloppy. Sloppy. It's always you. But let's go into what you did, Sloppy. Because we're peeling the layers back. They took 40 million streams from Drake. Oh man, that's what I'm saying. All this who had the streams and all that. This only matters to people on the internet for chat battles and stuff. Nobody cares. Nobody goes out and buying somebody's album because of how many numbers they're selling. That's normally for the artists, their own personal stuff. Is somebody sitting around right now going, I was gonna buy that album, but they only did 12 million in a day. They came in fifth. I don't know about that. I'm gonna just sit here and wait that out. What are we talking about here? Are we really thinking like that? Nobody's thinking like that. They don't care. Nobody care about that. We care about the music. Is the music saying something to me? That's it. Is the music speaking for me? If the music is not speaking for me, then hold. We're going to put a pause on that. Hold. Pause. Super pause. We're going to hold. Hold the line. Nobody's getting through. No. Music ain't speaking for me. That's what they don't understand. Thanks for everybody that hit up the Cash App. Appreciate it. Now let's get into more into this, because you got to remind people what Sloppy has actually done. So let's remind them. Listen up.
Now, Nikki, your new best friend, told the whole wide world Spotify put Drake's face on every playlist, but told me that they'll have to teach me a lesson for playing my music 10 minutes early on Queen's Radio, even though they've been giving away my music for free for years. And I am the one on the top Spotify artists of all time. See, Drake is putting a pre-action in place because he doesn't like when he's not put or treated special. He's the only one that's supposed to get the promotions. He's the only one that's supposed to be catered to. If someone else is getting catering and not him, I'm going to blow up the whole operation. So it's going to look bad for Sloppy. And this is why he's never going to file this lawsuit. This is just the pre-action to throw it out there to try to embarrass Spotify and embarrass Universal so that they don't support Kendrick Lamar. They're going to be, we're scared, we can't do it. Then you realize one or two things, right? That it's actually organic.
And what did he do? He dropped his lawsuit against Spotify.
It's actually organic, and people don't care. Not one way or another. They just don't care. It's the hottest song out, and that is why they are doing it. They have no concern, nowhere else on the floor and the team do they even care. Now,
let's get to it.
Here's the real problem. Let's come here. As you see, this is where he started his spiraling out of control. As you can see, back in March 21st, when Like That came out, and how far the record went, Like That was up here above Drake. Drake is trending and streaming below Like That. So Like That comes out. This is Kendrick Lamar's his rise, right? He's above Drake. Starts to taper off around April. Then Push Ups come. Now Drake is up here, Kendrick is below him, Drake is back on top, right? Push Ups, he's riding that. And then in between Push Ups comes the tailor-made freestyle. Kendrick hasn't put anything out, but Like That is still hot, so the song is still being played. Then Euphoria drops. Boom. Kendrick number shoots up. Drake stays at an even kill. Then comes 616. Kendrick is up huge numbers, right? The numbers here are exponentially high for K Dot. Because once that Euphoria hit, and then here comes the 616, that's doing good. Drake's numbers is pretty low. Then he comes out with Family Matters. Boom, it kicks off, right? And right when things was going down for K Dot, soon as Family Matters came out and everything was booming for him, at the same time, 18 minutes later, here comes Meet the Grams. Boom, numbers shoot up. And then Not Like Us drops. They drop back to back. So Meet the Grams and Not Like Us come out less than 24 hours behind each other. And when Not Like Us dropped, it was a mega bomb and it shot all the way up. And Drake's everything for him is down. This is how far the gap is from Drake and Kendrick now. Drake has done everything to keep digging himself in the hole, going further down. Now, that is not Universal and Spotify's fault. You can't lift yourself up. And your numbers are going down. And Kendrick Lamar is the hottest thing going.
And they can't take it. They can't accept that fact. That's the fact that they keep ignoring. They can't deal with the fact that Kendrick Lamar is still ahead of Drake, even with this release. It's over. Anything they believed with these guys, it's over. And Sticky Nicky brought it up. Sticky Nicky said, hey, they put Drake on every playlist. When she was the most streamed artist on there. See, people forget Nicki was the top streamed artist at one point on Spotify. She was in the top. She was streaming more than Drake. Oh, Chuck, I will explain that to you. Why did he delete his videos just to re-upload them? I will explain all of that to you. Because once you see it, you're going to say, damn. I thought I covered that already, but I didn't. So I might cover it on my Patreon, but I might as well do it for y'all too. I mean, what difference would it make? Right? What would someone else think about what? Oh no, those Koreans don't play because they generate a lot of money for Spotify, and Spotify knows that. So when you start talking about Drake, Iceman, the numbers that come along with Iceman and things of that nature, you're already entering a world of pain. Uh-oh. Here they come again. Here they come again, people. They trying to stop your boy. You can't stop the sun from shining. It can't happen. They trying to stop you, boy. Boy, do you know it's more than one way to skin a cat? You know how many PCs I got up in here, boy? You know how many PCs I got in here, bro? It's really hurting your feelings. You can't stop me, huh? What's wrong, Sloppy? You mad? You still can't stop me. Oh, sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. You got to try harder or better. You're getting rusty. It's a process in their own mind. They seem to don't understand the process. Yeah. Well, there's different factors. Well, His streaming numbers and the fact that he was on all the the playlists and all of those different things, it didn't fare well for him. Let's just say that. It was a bad look because everything for Drake was lost in 2024. He lost his credibility. He lost everything. And his ways and actions came in and showed the whole world what was going on. And I don't want to kick this back off with Sloppy, but if they want to keep coming and keep doing this craziness, it's no problem, to do all this again. You want to go there? Mm-hmm. If it wasn't for April of 2024, that's what started to change the microscopic scope of everything. Then, Drizzy, you got mad over something you shouldn't have. But since you want to go there, right? I wasn't even going to go there, people, but since they've been doing all this today, trying to sabotage me from speaking with y'all, let's do it. Let's go there. Trying to take them through there. Take them through there. So let's take them through there, Sloppy. Let me take them through there. Take them through there. Sloppy. When you was in court, seemed like you was in child court. What was you in child court for? You was in a family courthouse when you got spotted, remember? Because of this boy, which would be, if confirmed, this would be your third son. That'll be your third boy. Boy. If confirmed, that'll be your third son. This is why you got mad, Sloppy. This video was going to have nothing to do with none of this stuff. You want to go down this road again. I don't know why. The other son you got that's older than Adonis, who just graduated, by the way. Do you want to play that game? You want to keep playing this game, Sloppy? I can play tag all day. I can play tag all day. You want to keep playing? You want to explain who that baby is? Or we'll put a pin in it for now. I wasn't even planning on doing this. I'm just trying to stick with what we got on the schedule here. But if you want to keep playing this game, ain't no need. Hey, you want to dance? Let me know. Come on, Sloppy. Do you want to dance? Nah, Drake ain't got one son, bro. No. And don't he got this song out now talking about some, yeah, your baby mama ain't even posted. Yeah, your baby mama didn't post it. Damn, don't he got a video out like that for one of them shitty songs he got? Talking about your baby mama ain't even posted. Your baby mama ain't even posted. Yeah. Your baby mamas ain't posted nothing. Nigga, your baby mamas ain't posted nothing of yours. None of your baby mamas. All right, did Sophie post the Iceman, Habibi, and none of that? I don't think so. And that diss wasn't for Kendrick. He was talking about A$AP Rocky on that. He was talking about Rihanna didn't post it. But it's so lame, it don't even matter. I know, he's mad at me because you tried to holler at Kendrick X. You know what I'm saying? You got busted for that. You thought you could go and flip her and to go against, Kendrick. And she's like, nah, she's still solid. That's how you know you a good dude when your ex-woman ain't going to sell you out. She ain't even with you no more. That's how raw you got it. He was like, yeah, I got it like that. Because Drake don't have to tour. He gonna have to do all these shitty songs on stage somewhere. No, Drake, let's talk about that. You know that you want to portray yourself as the Antichrist. You want to talk about that? You want to talk about you portraying yourself as the Antichrist? And they were clowning you while this was.
We ain't doing no leasing either, nigga. We want the whole thing. Top you working, baby. Top will go to the double, yeah. Top go. If a top wanna get you, I know where to top to. I said top, you don't know wanna get you. I just hope that top gets to you. I hope that top gets to you. Hope that top gets to you. What did I say? We don't want to lease, we want the whole thing. I love what.
The Bill sent some super chats. Said I asked you about Baca because you said he called in at the Apollo. Nah, I didn't say he called in at the Apollo. I said he called in. You know what I'm saying? With some people that I'm connected with. Him and somebody I'm connected with. You know what I mean? Tapped in. And he didn't know it was a small world. He didn't know it was a small world because, you know, he in Canada, so he don't know what's going on out here. But then once he got on that phone call, and then he was like, "Oh, that was them. Oh, okay." He didn't know. He was updated. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to that guy. He should be updated now. I mean, the damage is done. They did what they did already, but you feel me? He updated now. What's up with him, my
Man, you think dudes don't know? Hit the like button, good people. Like it up. Subscribe to the page if you new. Don't forget to go to the Carcino for Life Patreon. We are peeling the layers back on Drake's whole life, from his great-great-grandfathers all the way down. And you're going to see a pattern of behavior that is unmatched in a lot of stuff in the dark that's coming to light. The fake from the hood struggling dude who's really was a millionaire, started from the top in that year. Yeah, that guy. Now, a lot of this stuff I didn't know about Drake until after this stuff was going on. And I was like, wow, this dude. Yeah, and that's the thing. It was really 12 songs outdid 43. Let that clink in. 12 songs outdid 43. No. They don't understand that they don't understand that it's only going to get worse. Them trying to sabotage the live stream, what is that going to do for them? What's that going to do for you to try to sabotage the live stream? All three, Drake is washed. All 3 albums are trash. Hey, that's me reading the comments in the comment section. You know what they going to do? Get mad at me for how y'all feel. Y'all don't need me to tell you it sucks. Drake fans all around the world have been telling you it sucks.
So much. And I tell y'all hyped this fucking album up. I thought this shit was gonna be like Eternal or Take. When Uzi dropped that Eternal or Take, I thought it was gonna be like that. Fucking masterpiece. Die hard Drake fans though, like y'all just gonna come in. This is what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna come in, y'all gonna click play on the album. Y'all gonna hear one song for about 0.3 seconds. And this y'all right here. Y'all gonna get right on the phone. Oh my god, best album of the year. Like, bro, you didn't even listen to the full song yet. Like, you didn't even make it through the album trailer yet, bro. And you already glazed. I really hyped up this album. All 3 of them. And they're not ass. I'm not gonna sit here and say they're bad. You know, they're mid. They're just mid. That's all. There's some good songs in there. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely some good songs in there, bro. Like, I'm not sitting here. Like I said, I'm not hating, bro. I'm a nobody. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm just, recording my opinion. And y'all gonna find a way to get on my ass in the comment section. That's cool. I know my opinion don't matter. Before I say this, my opinion does not matter.
So look, they gotta defend having an opinion because the fan base is so fickle about it. They so fickle about every single thing that comes along with Sloppy that if you say anything that goes against the grain, they jump on you. But like I said, I wasn't even planning on doing this right now. But since you want to go there and mess with the live stream, let's go through it. Let's get to the whole smoke. Let's let everybody line up and get a piece.
Into a battle, and you lost the battle. And niggas dragged it. The same way when you fucking battled Meek Mills, niggas drag that shit. Like, it's just, if there's a winner, there's a loser. Arguing about these niggas and putting ice blocks under Kendrick Lamar's posts. Niggas heard this was dropping, typed in Kendrick Lamar on Instagram and spammed blocks under his post. Shut up. Nigga, leave her alone, bro. She don't want you. She got kids and shit with this man, bro. You just gotta let bygones be bygones, bro. You can literally get any girl in the world, bro. That is kind of funny though. Your baby mama ain't even post your single, dog. Like, damn, bro. You was watching her Instagram the whole fucking time that day he dropped. That shit is funny. Yo, this is what I'm talking about though. This nigga's so fucking petty, bro. Yo, baby mama ain't post no single. I watch. Trust me, I watch, bro.
Drake dropped his highly anticipated album Iceman last night, and a day that's supposed to be celebratory has turned into a nightmare.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna keep it no buck, bro. I love Drake, but damn, bro. I don't know if I need a second look, but this ain't hitting.
I feel like there hasn't been that many standout songs. There's been a lot of good songs, but not that many standout songs. There's not that many standout songs. And in my personal opinion, I feel like if he just made one project, I mean, it's like, bro, like I'm a real fan of this music. I just wanted the best project possible. How hard he went for the rollout, I genuinely thought he was going to go that hard and curating just the best album, but it felt like he just putting I don't know a little bit. Yeah, y'all know what I'm saying, though? I don't know.
But for the most part, I think Maid of Honor and Habiti were throwaways. I think Drake just included them.
Bars. Say 3 albums are trash albums, 2 years too late. What site is this? Complex? The Glazer University. Big 3 anyway. There was too many chefs in the kitchen. Bars. Come on, guys, stop. Y'all gotta, let's all leave Lil Mans alone now, man. He did it. He dropped 3 mid projects. Hey, man, it was fun while it lasted. You're washed.
Guys, Drake dropped 3 albums last night. He dropped Iceman, he dropped Maid of Honor, and then he also dropped an album called Habiti.
There's no way anybody can have an opinion on this music yet. Nobody listened to all 3 of those albums.
Not enough for it to sink in either, because I feel like on Iceman, that's where he's getting like really reflective and getting into a lot of the things. Again, I haven't heard Habiti, but I think some of the stuff got to set in a little bit. So let's get to just some of the things people were talking about, because Charlamagne, you let us know that a lot of this stuff was going to be happening on this album. I don't know how you knew. I
didn't only said 3 things.
You said
Future was going to be on it.
Yes.
He was going to diss Khaled and A$AP Rocky. That's it.
But those were big things to know. Now let's take a listen let's start with Jay-Z, because he threw a couple shots at Jay-Z. Let's take a listen to Whisper My Name. Yeah, but I think the gist of what I took from it is like there's so much going on in his life right now. There's a lot of like people make it seem like he's making this battle his end all be all. He's like
no. Ain't no people. He makes it seem like this battle is the end all be all.
But once you hear, but when you hear this record, have you heard the record in full?
Yes, that's the first record on the album.
When you hear this record, though, you don't feel like okay, that stuff is there in the surface level, but it's just because he hasn't really gotten into everything else yet.
And at the end is when he mentions his father. Everything else is definitely woe is me, cry me a river. They jump me, mommy, but I'm coming back with the chopper on everybody.
They jump me, mommy.
Drake has dropped 3 new albums, and they're all mid. And unfortunately, 3 mid albums together does not make a classic.
He's lost his ear for melody, bro. I think that's the biggest thing that I can say. He just completely lost it. He's lost the ability to know when his vocals actually sound good or not. Like, bro, I can't think of a song where his vocals are actually just raw. Like, he has such a good singing voice, bro. And it was similar criticisms that we had with some Sexy Songs for You, where it's like, yo, you're just drowning in auto-tune for no reason. And it was a disaster, bro. From a vocal performance standpoint, super lazy, unenthused. And again, there was never a hook that I heard where I'm like, yo, this is actually really catchy. Like I could hear this on the radio. And that's weird for Drake albums to not have a single one of those moments. Like that was another big
Facts.
topic of
Looks
conversation
were
with Drake's
whack.
comeback is like, yo, he's gonna have #1 hits. He's gonna dominate the clubs. I'm not saying none of these songs are gonna have any steam or like any TikTok appeal, but I don't see any potential for a #1 hit song on those 2 albums. Do you?
No.
And when I'm getting songs like Cheetah Print with Sexy Red, bro, on Maid of Honor, where
Bro,
I'm getting
that Peggy Goo flip was embarrassing,
bro. That's
bro.
embarrassing, bro. Or like the left side,
The
right
cha-cha
side
slide shit. Oh my
Nah,
goodness.
God, that's garbage, bro. Or I'm spent with Low Shimmy, and there's these weird ad libs in back. Like whoever defends these track lists, like it's time to call it a day. There's genuinely nothing that's salvageable from any of this.
All right, so Drake drops Iceman. How y'all feel about that of a first listen to, man? Well, which album, right? Because it ended up being a 3-pack.
How I fall asleep but not fall asleep for this one, man. This is
Oh,
crazy.
you listened to all 3 albums?
You know what's crazy? Because he did the live stream at like 8:45 or whatever. And I'm like, all right, let me tune in. You know, maybe he's announcing what's coming out tonight, saying something. No, he just streams the album straight up, like in sequence, with music videos and visuals and all of that. So I was like, all right, bet I can listen to it. And then he's like, oh, 3 more albums at midnight or 2 more albums at midnight.
He dropped 3 albums. People didn't even make it through Iceman. Like, people didn't even make it through Iceman before they went to sleep. They listened to Drake like it was TV Banks, 1.5 speed. They listened to 3 albums, fast forwarded. When was the last time Drake did any of the things that you didn't like about this one? So when was last?
That's why we listen to your shit in fast forward, because we don't want to hear that whack shit no more. Oh, that's my favorite. Janice, I want to make a song called Drake Shut the F Up. That's what I want. So we weren't even gonna do this, Sloppy. Since y'all tried to run the sabotage Sally on me on the other PC, I said, oh, okay. You're ready to play. And you want to play with me. So here we go.
Last time he had good bars? When was the last time he dropped the album and it wasn't Instagram captions? When was the last time for any of this? Because my argument would be, that's who Drake is. Drake is Instagram caption guy. Like he has been Instagram caption guy forever.
He went through a lot. Like, I'm not trying to knock him. Like, if he's got shit to say, at the end of the day, it's his music, it's his album. He can do whatever he wants. Like, if that's what he wants to put out, good for him. It's not something that I would re-listen to. That's me personally. Yeah, so I really don't have too much to say about this. This was my least favorite listen so far of 2026. So that's unfortunate. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments.
Damn, Sloppy.
Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Damn, I hate leaving on like a bad note. Like most of the time when I'm like reviewing stuff, everything that's pretty much been dropping this year has been fire. Like all the stuff that I've been reviewing. So I feel like I've been leaving my videos on a positive note. But yeah, this one wasn't for me, y'all. If you do like it though, let me know what you like about it. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I'm not sure. But that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
I'm sorry, nigga. This is the worst. Yeah. The worst piece of fucking absolute that Drake has put out.
One good song.
Horrible.
Wait, did he give up Lil Wayne for Party Next Door? Bro, hold up, wait a motherfucker, how you doing? I'm taking his hand in like a minute E and you're Tony Ball, but this ass nigga. Weezy for Party Next Door. Shut up! Who the fuck is you, nigga? Shut the fuck up! The fuck? He wrote this whole album and shit, and it's so. I'm about to play a song in the back. Fuck this shit. Pew, 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 pew. Got the target, y'all. Hold the target! Kendrick, he's asleep. Yo. Take the shit out! Take the shit out! Barely. I'm about to play some bullshit fucking dream, man. That's why I'm going in. This ain't it. This like is so bad. It's not it like it used to be. Exactly. Habibi T. Not it. No, it's ass.
I know you wanted to get in your song. There's like 2 good ass.
That was a nice song.
No,
dog shit.
You want to get in your soft bag, but damn, bro.
Oh, I thought you had a photo of dog shit.
Sounds like a lot of throwaways. It sounds like a lot of
That was a failed attempt at Honestly Nevermind Part 2.
When fucking Drake and Lil Wayne was
that was not it.
The only good song in there is the one where he switches up in the thing where he's like in the video. It's like he's showing multiple of him and shit like that. That's the only good song.
Oh, Made in Honor is another one. Made in that song single-handedly scared the women away. Made in Honor is a good. And it got the drunk niggas mad. So much, it almost put Marlon to sleep. But Made in Honor, I heard. I never seen that before.
Yeah,
that album was. We're moving on. Next.
Drake is just a sore loser, very much being a Karen, very much being a privileged kid who grew up and was on Degrassi since he was a kid. He's very much acting like a child star, and he's very much being toxic to hip hop with that. But I started even looking at it when he dropped 1 a.m. in Albany and he's dissing a whole bunch of people. I went, wait a minute, nigga. So at first I looked at it as being a Karen, I get to get away with it, you don't. But then now I start going, well, Drake, you do realize that if you win this case, right? If you win this appeal, you're going to set a legal precedent that's going to make it harder, not just harder for what you do in the future, retroactively. People could come back. It could make it hard. You could get in trouble for what you're doing right now. And then I go, oh, maybe he's just kind of stupid. Like, and I'm saying that in the nicest way. I'm not even trying to say, I go, maybe he's not like some diabolical person who would sit here to destroy hip hop. He's doing it, but I start feeling like maybe he's just doing some accidental idiot thing, like where it's just like, I think he don't even realize what he's doing to himself.
Sloppy, no. Sloppy's a narcissist. And narcissists only see tunnel vision. They're not thinking what they thinking of what is hurting them right now. And I wasn't even, so now you see, it ain't just me, dog. It ain't no, oh, y'all hating on them. These are Drake stans. Like the one guy, he mad, man, you switched up on him on Kendrick, man. I ain't never seen a switch up that fast. If you cross me, what I'm supposed to do? Roll behind you after you cross me? Because I give my opinion and you don't like it? I'm the one who crossed up? No, they the ones that crossed up. You couldn't take the fact that we was giving you constructive criticism and you just draw a line in the sand to be an enemy to me. And I'm like, bet. You are never going to be able to take away my thoughts, homie. Nobody's truly caring because they were only covering it because it was the trending topic. But I'm telling you, once it hit, everybody came out the woodwork. Think I'm lying?
Was total
Let's go, Sloppy.
2 alright songs. Whisper My Name and Janice, Shut the Frick Up. A bunch of just sad songs, which are like alright, but like not stuff that I'd want to go back and listen to. And then after like song 12 or song 11, just like these songs were like made yesterday, bro. They're so bad, it feels like they were made yesterday. The Future feature, buns. Nice, you guys got back together, you kissed, you made up, still bad. The 21 Savage feature, totally wasted. Bees on the table, what the hell does that even mean? Around Iceman, buns, bro, buns.
I can't even lie, man. Iceman overly ass, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. This shit really sad. And granted, that's the only of the 3 I've heard, bro. I couldn't listen to all that shit. I couldn't go 3 hours straight of this nonsense. But I ain't gonna lie. Listening to Iceman, dude, and look, I won't even be on some lame shit where that shit was too long, bro. And because I understand that nigga had shit to say, bro. It's been like a year and a half since all the beef shit happened. All these niggas switched up on him. He got a lot of shit to say, bro. I just feel like on a lot of these songs, he was just saying the same shit. Oh, all these niggas switched up on me and talk about specific things. A lot of times, like he did that like 5 or 6 times, 5-minute songs, just saying that same shit, bro. Like I said, I understand you got shit to say, bro. But yeah, the best song on here is with Molly. Molly was obviously the best person on this whole album. And I'm just talking about Iceman. She carried Drake and Future. Who would have thought a nigga saying that in 2026? Molly Santana carried Drake and Future on a song, bro. I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I rated this shit a fucking 3.5. Maybe I was too harsh, but like nothing moved me on this shit at all, bro. I'm sorry.
All right, let's talk about this Drake album. Not because I'm a Drake fan, not because I'm a Drake hater. I'm just a music junkie. I'm gonna tell you what I like about this, what I hate about this, and what the hell he did, and why the hell did he put out 3 albums at one time. Ridiculous. So first things first, off the bat, this is just way too much music. Way too much music. It kind of reminds me of that time. Remember when Chris Brown put out an album not too long ago, and it was like damn near 30 tracks, and like you start to listen to it, and then you're like, nah, that's enough. This is way too much. He overdid it. Like, what for, man? We did not need 3 albums. Nobody asked for 3 albums. 1 album would have been cool, whatever, put it out there, go through it, whatever. I'll give you a rating. But 3 albums, I can't even get through that right now. Secondly, there's no substance in his music right now. I feel like he's not who he used to be. There's no like flavor. There's no bounce. He's crying on every track. He's complaining a lot. He's singing more than he's rapping. Not for me. Maybe somebody else. Maybe somebody else will love this. I don't know.
That's exactly what I said, word for word. But yet, I was the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Sloppy, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy because you suck. How's that? I didn't make the records. I wasn't in the studio. If you listen to me, you still be on top. I told you don't battle die. I said, hey, man, I don't know about this one. You chose to battle die. Okay. Did you like what you get, champ? Yeah, well. Yeah, well, when you get into that type of zone, you want to be in the right situation. You want to be surrounded by the right people that you feel have your back or your best intentions. When your best rhymes or your best performance and your best work is beneath you and no one's really responding to it because of the business decisions you made and it's hindering your success, you can't grow from it, then you're right back into the fray, And we get it. I understand it. You don't like me because I didn't do what you said do. That's a narcissist. A narcissist can't stay out of their own way. They have to have control. If they don't, then they feel like everybody's against them. I get it. I get it. That's what you want. You want the conflict. You need it. It's what thrives you and what makes you want to run, right? Mm. Well, when you go through so much, let's just say that you can go through everything in the world, right? And no one would care. The one time you don't, let's say y'all got along and agreed upon everything, right? And the one time you don't agree with them, that's when they turn on you. So it's almost like they were waiting to do that. Man, all these dudes is waiting to do that. You know, Drake made it cool to start sleeping with other people's girls and all this. It's like weirdo behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this is not the behavior that men display, you know, get with or towards or against somebody else. It's not something that the general public would be comfortable with. I mean, who's been having a more disastrous time? His tours were bad. He's throwing stuff off of roofs, throwing doggone chart collectors off of the damn roof of a hotel, you know, just completely tone deaf. Then he got everybody, 50 Cent, and them. He's paying all these people to promote him. It's crazy, man. It's crazy work. Mm-hmm. Well, let's just say they were on the charts. They were on the charts streaming for how long, dog? Kendrick had 22 weeks on the chart. "22 weeks. Do you want me to even bring in your Ibiza situation? Can't go to Ibiza and do what you was doing no more, can you? I know. This was not supposed to be that stream, y'all. This was only to talk about the situation with Spotify. Then these dudes came along and started doing what they were doing. Right? Now, I was minding my own business. I wasn't saying anything. I was being real cool, chill, the whole thing, right? But But let's say we show you. Let's show them what happened. Let me see. No, I got it right here. Okay. Let's show Sloppy in Ibiza. Ibiza. See, Sloppy. Let's get into it, Sloppy. See, in Ibiza, the age limit could be 16 years of age. 16. No. They're trying to block me right now. I don't know why or what's going on. Now, that there is a bigger problem at scale. And all of a sudden, things start happening that shouldn't have happened at all. Something cringe happened, and Drake and his people left Ibiza in a huff. But it wasn't getting talked about, wasn't getting spoke upon. Now, the word around the campfire is Drake was drunk, and you know, he loves Ibiza because all he could do is drink, party, hang out. He's doing whatever he wants to do. Now, people normally don't bother you in Ibiza. So one fan or one person went to just, you know, show his phone. And once you do that, Drake did not want to be photographed at the time. And when that happened, the photograph happened, it created a problem that, you know, people didn't want to deal with. But some things happen, you know. Somebody put a hand on somebody that they shouldn't have put their hands on. You know, somebody that's in Drake's entourage was a little too, you know, that was a little too revealing at the said time. Now, well, Drake was partying with young girls. The age of consent in Ibiza in all these countries are younger than the United States. The age of consent in Ibiza is 16 years of age. 16 years of age. These girls are not 21 years of age. They might be that right now. But I doubt it. They might be. Well, say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young. It's cringe. All of this is cringe, dog. And his behavior, say, Drake, was mad inappropriate. We hear you like I'm young. You better never go back to them. He can do whatever he wants to do. Are you good when young, you in love? Just make sure nobody's gonna tell Drake. This Thursday night. Hey Drake, you're wrong. Drake, what are you doing? They are young, Drake. How old do you think these girls are? This is not taking pictures with fans. This is what you call work. They the work. That's harsh. Somewhere in the bees or somewhere real far where Joe Drake it would need a visa. Look at old Sloppy. Look at the Sloppy with the Sloppy crew. How many of these dudes still around now? They probably all gone, washed away on shore. Look at them. They lining up for some doggone teenagers, aren't they? Look at these overgrown Negroes. They there for the teens, baby. Look at them. Where's Ice? Look at him. There your boy Sloppy. Sloppy Jalopy. Already on his pink concoction. He a fan. Fruity ass nigga. Spitting that guy. Fruity ass nigga. Run for your life. So he came in there drunk. With his crew. Right? Notice he ain't got his usual mob ties crew. He didn't take his mob ties guys to Ibiza. Because they probably ain't got a visa. He took maybe 1, 2. These are some like my cousins, my DJs, and Chubbs go everywhere. Most of these are some like Middle Easterners, some people that work for the OVO company, the cameraman, all this stuff. Now, once Drake get there, watch what happens here. He comes out to go drink. You see Chubbs grab a guy already. This guy's got his phone and he's just recording. Chubbs grabs this guy, shoves him. They cut that part out of the footage. But this is where it went down. He just grabs the guy and shoves the guy and starts an altercation. The guy's just filming with his camera. And Chubbs is coming down the lane and just grabs the guy for no reason. And that guy was shoved a little harshly. So, hey, he, was a somebody. Like that's somebody's son. Now, Drake had nothing to do with that incident, but there was an alleged incident there when they were drunk. Things got out of hand. And once they got out of hand, the situation presented itself for them to get a little crazy. So, situation got back calm. Drake's over there with the DJ, and he's over there hanging out with Tristan Thompson, aka Tristan Kardashian. Right. Y'all seeing all this, right? I'm tired of him wearing a barrettes like a 12-year-old girl. I mean, that's what he does. The bigger question that people should ask
Wearing
is
bar
why
rats.
is this guy being allowed to do the things that he's doing, even in other countries?
Fruity drinks are refreshing.
Now, whatever happened here in Ibiza, I don't know if Kendrick knows, but somebody knows what happened. They're being real cryptic about what happened completely. But something happened on this trip in Ibiza.
What happened?
But it's
Sloppy?
related to Drake drinking too much. And security, his boys, is getting too crazy, putting their hands on people and just shoving them. When you don't really have to do that in Ibiza. Like, the people that's there, like around there, they all got money. You know, like, this is not like some people where they there on daddy's trust fund. You just don't go and grab any of these people. And once again, Drake is already drinking again. Now, here he is the next day. Well, it's the same day. He's going into the other area. And there's Tristan Kardashian. Now, as this night goes on and gets darker and darker, you know, the fact that you're hanging out with Tristan Thompson, that tells you right there, only something bad could happen hanging out with him. Oh yeah, he everywhere he goes, he's kicking it with the DJ. Now him and Tristan smoking hookah.
Look at that.
Well, they gotta try to find the girl. So Tristan Thompson knows what happens. He was there.
Tristan wanna
What's
know
really going on?
where the hoes at.
That's what the people need to know. What really happened on this night here? This is the night in Ibiza. What happened with Drizzy?
What happened, Sloppy? Look at him. Hey, boy, he like a kid in a candy store, ain't
As
he?
his string
Look at
of
them with
young
them
girls
kitties.
all
Yeah,
over the
give me
place.
these kitties. I want the kitties with no
What
titties.
happened during this trip?
Look at the
The
smile
whole
on
team
that
had
face.
to rush to get to the airport and get out of the country. What happened? Why did you rush to get out of the country? This is what I'm talking about. They got out of Ibiza fast.
Yep. So I wasn't even gonna do this to you, Sloppy. I wasn't gonna do this to you, Sloppy. I was gonna just leave all this in the vote. But you got some explaining to do about this trip, this antics, all the stuff that went on there. There's video, the whole nine. I'm just saying, Sloppy. You got some explaining to do. So I'm gonna drop that right there. You know, we gotta get ready for the game and stuff. So I'm gonna just leave this right here and let it breathe. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Shouts out to Kwame Brown, Buzz Life. That's right. 93 Zay. Right. Sports Talk with Jose Rodriguez. My Patreon is Carcino. Go to the Carcino for Life Patreon. Thanks for everybody who hit the Cash App up for Carcino. Uh-oh. I don't know how I feel about that if Paul like it. Paul, that's a cool shirt, bro. Yeah, it don't represent Trump. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because ain't nothing he doing is American. No, Charles. We just at the end of it. So you just got to go back to the beginning and watch it all again. We out.